Today, we're talking about one of the most common interview questions in the world. What motivates you?
Oh, wow. That sounds like a simple question.
It does sound simple, but surprisingly, many candidates struggle to answer it.
That's true. I remember being asked this question during an interview a few years ago.
Really? What happened?
Everything was going well. The interviewer asked about my experience, my skills, and my strengths. Then suddenly she asked, "What motivates you?"
And what did you say?
Honestly, I wasn't prepared. My mind went completely blank.
I think many of our listeners can relate to that.
Because when people hear this question, they immediately start looking for the perfect answer.
And that's where many candidates make a mistake.
Really?
Yes, they think the interviewer is asking, what sounds impressive?
But that's not the real question?
Not at all. The interviewer wants to know, what drives you to do your best work? What keeps you motivated when challenges appear?
So they're trying to understand who we are as professionals.
That's right, because every company wants people who are engaged, willing to learn, and motivated to grow.
And honestly, everyone is motivated by something.
Some people are motivated by learning new skills. Others are motivated by solving problems or achieving goals.
So there's no single perfect answer.
That's right. The best answer is honest, relevant, and connected to your work.
And today, we're going to show you exactly how to answer this question naturally and confidently in English.
We'll share real examples, useful phrases, and a simple formula you can use in your next interview.
So stay with us until the end, because this lesson won't just help you answer one interview question.
It will help you understand what employers are really looking for.
Let's get started. Okay, Cece, so if interviewers aren't looking for a perfect answer, what are they actually trying to learn about us?
That's a great question. When an interviewer asks, what motivates you, they're trying to understand what drives your behavior at work.
What do you mean by that?
Think about it this way. Every employee has responsibilities, deadlines, and challenges, but not everyone responds to those situations in the same way.
That's true. Some people stay focused while others lose motivation very quickly.
Interviewers want to understand what keeps you engaged when work becomes difficult.
So they're looking beyond our skills and experience.
That's right. Your skills tell them what you can do. Your motivation tells them what you are willing to do.
Wow, that's a big difference.
It is, because companies don't just hire people for today's tasks. They hire people who can continue growing in the future.
That makes sense. But what kind of motivation do employers like to hear?
Well, there's no single correct answer, but there are several types of motivation that employers often value.
Let's talk about those.
Sure. One common motivation is learning and growth.
I think that's especially true for younger professionals.
Absolutely. If you enjoy learning new skills and improving yourself, that's something many employers appreciate.
Because it shows you're willing to develop over time.
For example, you might say, I enjoy learning new skills because I like challenging myself and becoming better at what I do.
That sounds natural and professional.
Another common motivation is problem solving.
I know a lot of employers love hearing that.
They do. Every company faces problems, so when someone says they enjoy finding solutions, it shows initiative.
Instead of waiting for someone else to fix things.
You become part of the solution.
What about teamwork?
That's another great example. Some people are motivated by helping others succeed. They enjoy collaborating with colleagues and contributing to team goals.
And that can be valuable in almost any workplace.
Absolutely. Companies want employees who can work well with others.
What about people who are motivated by goals?
That's actually very common. Many professionals enjoy setting targets and achieving results.
I can relate to that. There's something satisfying about finishing a project successfully.
Seeing the results of your hard work can be a powerful source of motivation.
So, learning, problem solving, teamwork, and achieving goals are all strong answers.
That's right. But here's something important. Don't choose an answer just because it sounds impressive.
Interesting. Why not?
Because interviewers can usually tell when an answer isn't genuine.
So if I say I'm motivated by teamwork, but I actually prefer working independently, it might sound unnatural.
The best answers are honest.
That probably makes the interview feel more comfortable, too.
It does. When you're talking about something that truly motivates you, you sound more confident and authentic.
I think that's something many candidates forget. They're so focused on saying the right thing that they stop being themselves.
And that's often where interviews go wrong. Remember, the goal isn't to impress the interviewer with big words. The goal is to help them understand who you are.
That's a great point.
And once you understand that, answering this question becomes much easier.
So now we know what interviewers are looking for.
The next step is learning how to turn your motivation into a strong interview answer.
And that's what we're going to do next.
Let's look at some real examples that interviewers love to hear.
Okay, Cece. Now that we understand what interviewers are looking for, let's talk about the answers themselves. What does a strong answer actually sound like?
Great question. A strong answer is usually simple, honest, and connected to your work.
So we don't need to sound like a motivational speaker?
Definitely not. In fact, many candidates make the mistake of trying to sound too impressive.
I've heard answers like, I am motivated by excellence, innovation, leadership, and transformational growth.
And while those words sound impressive, they don't really tell us anything.
So what's a better approach?
Focus on something real. Talk about what genuinely motivates you and explain why.
Can you give us an example?
Of course. Let's imagine you're early in your career. You could say, what motivates me is continuous learning. I enjoy developing new skills and taking on challenges that help me grow professionally.
I like that answer. It's simple but clear.
And it tells the interviewer that you're willing to learn and improve.
Which is something every company wants.
Absolutely. Now, let's look at another example. Suppose you're someone who enjoys solving problems. You could say, what motivates me is finding solutions to challenges. I enjoy analyzing problems and working toward effective results.
That sounds great for office jobs.
It does, especially for positions that require critical thinking and decision-making.
I noticed something interesting. None of these answers are complicated.
That's because good communication is usually simple. The goal isn't to impress people with vocabulary. The goal is to communicate your ideas clearly.
That's a valuable lesson for interviews in general.
Absolutely. Now, let's look at another strong answer. Some people are motivated by making an impact.
What do you mean by that?
They enjoy seeing how their work helps customers, colleagues, or the company. For example, what motivates me is knowing that my work makes a positive contribution. I enjoy helping my team achieve its goals and delivering value to customers.
That sounds very professional.
And it shows teamwork, responsibility, and purpose.
I can see why employers would like that.
Now, here's another important tip. Whenever possible, explain your motivation with a short reason.
Why is that important?
Because it makes your answer more believable.
Can you show us?
Sure. Instead of saying, I am motivated by learning, say, I am motivated by learning because I enjoy improving myself and becoming more effective in my work.
That sounds much stronger.
You're giving context. You're helping the interviewer understand your thinking.
So we're not just naming our motivation, we're explaining it.
That's right. And here's another thing many candidates forget. Your answer should connect back to the workplace.
Interesting. Can you explain?
Let's say your motivation is learning. Don't stop there. Show how that motivation benefits your work.
For example?
You could say, what motivates me is learning new skills because I enjoy personal growth. As a result, I actively look for opportunities to improve and contribute more to my team.
I like that. It shows both motivation and action.
And that's what interviewers want to hear.
They want evidence that your motivation leads to positive results.
That's right. Now let's teach our listeners a few useful phrases they can use in interviews.
Great idea.
Repeat after me. I enjoy challenges.
Again, I enjoy challenges.
Next one. I am motivated by continuous learning.
One more time. I am motivated by continuous learning.
Here's another one. I enjoy solving problems.
And one more. I find satisfaction in achieving goals.
These are simple, natural expressions that sound professional in almost any interview.
And the best part is that they're easy to remember.
Remember, you don't need a perfect answer, you need a clear answer.
One that reflects who you are.
That's right, because when your answer is honest, you sound more confident.
And confidence is something every interviewer notices.
Absolutely. Now that we've seen some strong answers, let's put everything together.
It's time for a real interview example.
Let's jump into a role play and see how this question sounds in an actual interview. Okay, Tom. We've talked about what interviewers are looking for, and we've looked at some strong answers. Now let's see how this question sounds in a real interview.
Great. I think this is the part everyone has been waiting for.
Let's imagine you're interviewing for a project coordinator position. Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Tom, what motivates you?
What motivates me most is continuous learning and personal growth.
Can you tell me more about that?
Of course. I enjoy learning new skills and taking on new challenges. Every project gives me an opportunity to improve and become better at what I do.
That's a good start. What else motivates you?
I also enjoy achieving goals. When I work hard on something and see positive results, it gives me a strong sense of accomplishment.
Excellent. And how does that help you in the workplace?
Because it encourages me to stay focused and keep improving. I enjoy setting goals, tracking my progress, and finding ways to contribute more to my team.
Very nice.
Was that a strong answer?
Absolutely. And let's break down why it works. First, you clearly identified your motivation.
Learning and growth.
Second, you explained why that motivation is important to you.
Because I enjoy improving myself and developing new skills.
Right. And third, you connected it to your work performance.
By showing how it helps me stay focused and contribute to the team.
Perfect. That's exactly what interviewers want to hear.
I noticed something interesting. The answer isn't very complicated.
That's because the best interview answers are usually simple. They're clear, they're honest, and they're easy to understand.
So candidates don't need to memorize a long speech.
Not at all. Focus on your real motivation. Explain why it matters to you, then connect it to the value you bring at work.
That sounds much easier than trying to create the perfect answer.
Remember, interviewers aren't looking for perfection, they're looking for authenticity.
And when you're talking about something that genuinely motivates you, confidence comes naturally.
That's right. Now that you've seen a complete example, let's finish with a simple formula that you can use in your next interview.
Trust me, you're going to want to write this one down. Before we finish, Cece, can you give our listeners one simple formula to remember?
Of course. If there's one thing you remember from today's lesson, let it be this: motivation plus reason plus result.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. What motivates me is continuous learning because I enjoy improving my skills. As a result, I actively look for opportunities to grow and contribute more to my team.
That's simple and easy to remember.
And you can use the same structure for almost any interview.
You know, I think one of the biggest lessons today is that there isn't a perfect answer.
Absolutely. Interviewers aren't looking for fancy words. They're looking for honest answers.
They're trying to understand what drives you.
That's right. So let's do a quick recap. Today, we learned why interviewers ask what motivates you. We learned what employers are really looking for. And we learned how to build a strong answer using a simple formula.
Hopefully, you'll feel much more confident the next time you hear this question.
Before we go, we'd love to hear from you. What motivates you the most in your career?
And what's one thing you learned from today's episode?
Leave your answer in the comments below and write it in English for extra practice.
And if you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Focus English with Cece channel.
Give this video a like and share it with someone preparing for a job interview.
Thank you for learning with us today.
Keep practicing, keep improving, and keep believing in yourself.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone.
See you next time.